See, do this introspection. Just ask yourself this question. First of all, you understand it's inborn, it's instinctual that somehow you want to be great because in your essence you are great. Spirit's great. The challenge is getting it to express through this human form, this greatness, because this human form, this mind, has all these addictions and attachments and all these things, and we get caught up in stuff, so then it blocks the greatness. But ask yourself this question, can I, first of all, realize though that you want to be great. Like, do you have that feeling? Like, do you want to be balanced and feel, good and express this goodness to others? Is that even there anywhere? Let's assume it is. Next question, do you contemplate this? Like, do you think by masturbating and watching all that stuff on the internet and, edging and chasing girls, trying to get their validation, being a slave to the female energy in whatever way that looks, there's many ways that can look. Do you think that you can do that and still be great, live to your highest potential? See, because most, when we indulge in these habits, we're not thinking about that. All we're trying to do is satisfy this addiction, this craving in that moment. This is like it's like, just give me a hit. I just need a hit. Where there's no space to actually reflect and say, wait a minute, how long am I going to keep doing this? And then the mind will say, no, but you can work on it tomorrow. I hope the light is good enough. The mind says you can work on this tomorrow. We're just going to do it one time. Yeah, then you end up 60, 70 years old in Thailand or Cambodia, still trying to do it. Still getting off when the prostitutes are looking and smiling at you. It's like they need the female validation so bad that they actually get a hit when girls that just want your money are looking and smiling at you. It's like, okay, well, at least it's a girl smiling at me. This is what happens, because the mind will say, when I get older, this will all fall away. No, it don't fall away. It gets worse. And then you end up with these hardcore cravings inside for lust and sex, and you might not have the equipment to even do that anymore. Why do the guys in Thailand go to Burma, to Myanmar, and buy the Viagra? Because their equipment doesn't work anymore, but the craving's still there. So they gotta pump their body full of drugs to make the equipment work. Well, guess what happens then? They have a heart attack. The body's forcing blood from the heart to go to the equipment because he's trying to satisfy a lustful desire that he hasn't been able to satisfy for 50 years, but he's still trying to satisfy it. Another definition, that's a definition of hell. Some of these astral hells, or when you hear people talk about heaven and hell after you die, that's one dimension of hell that you can also experience here, which is you have these strong desires and obsessions to experience something, but you can't experience it, so it just burns. You got to be willing to feel the burn. Hell is not punishment, actually. It's purification, number one. But let the burn be purified here. You want to be free of this stuff. You don't want to be a slave to this stuff. Because, number one, it just makes you miserable and low level, and your vibration's low. You have nothing to give to anybody. Also, you don't attract anybody to give you anything because that frequency, you're on low frequency. So you want to be free of that, of these habits, so that you can be on a higher frequency, number one. And number two, you want to be able to express your greatness that you're destined to experience. You want to find your real purpose for being on the planet. You can't find your real purpose unless you get purified inside, free from these habits and addictions. See, the mind will say the opposite. The mind will say, if I just find my purpose, I'll be okay. No, your purpose will not satisfy you. if you were able to find your purpose before you got purified, for example, you still wouldn't be satisfied. You'd be more stressed. So finding your life purpose isn't the answer. Getting purified is the answer. And then as a byproduct from getting purified, you're automatically going to attract your life purpose. You're going to attract your right mate. If you're supposed to be in a relationship, you're going to attract the right friends. You see how all this works? Isn't there something in the Bible? Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all else will be added onto you. That's what it is. But the mind wants to put the cart before the horse. It thinks if it just gets all this stuff first, then it's going to be happy. So I'm the bearer of, I was going to say bad news, but it's good news actually, that getting all that stuff won't make you happy. The actors in Hollywood and models and successful people are a prime example of that. If they're still all discombobulated inside and then they get all this success, what happens? Look at Kurt Cobain. See? You can't live with yourself. You take yourself with you wherever you go. See, some people, they said, oh, you're lucky, you're living in paradise. I'm like, man, it has nothing to do with that. That's a byproduct of me getting right inside. Because let me tell you, most people, they imagine, oh, if I just lived more in nature, I'd be okay. You'd be more crazy if you're not doing the inner work, because then you're going to be stuck with all these obsessions and addictions that now you can't satisfy. There's no girls around where I live. I mean, not really. I mean, they're village people. Like they, it's not like if I was in Cancun or Thailand or, it's not like that. It's like, you see? So being in nature would make most people more crazy. So the mind, it's like, it doesn't understand anything. And all these addictions and habits, everybody has them. People, they act like it's a secret. Like they don't, let's not discuss this. Man, everybody has it. It's like everybody has it. And that stuff weighs on the subconscious mind because it's like clutters it. And so then your real power can't come out. But this is why we're going to do groups soon. I'm going to do some groups, and then we can all be in the room together because everybody pretty much has the same question, and everybody can benefit from the answer to whatever question gets asked. I think it will accelerate evolution on a more wider scale than doing one-on-ones. Not to mention I get overworked, so let's do groups. But as far as this greatness goes, you don't have to cultivate that. You don't need to go to classes to learn that because you can't. All you do is you stop doing the things that you shouldn't do, and then this greatness, it's going to automatically get expressed because it's not stifled anymore. This is the thing. This whole world's backwards. They got all these classes and techniques and all these things that they condition you to think that you have to pay for and learn how to be great or how to manifest or how to be successful. Really, all you got to do, you do semen retention, you live a natural, healthy lifestyle. Go see my other channel, Transcending Shadows. You have a spiritual practice when it's time for that. See my other channel, Spiritual Renaissance. You do all those things. You don't need any classes or techniques or anything. This is the highest, most accelerated form of evolution. You don't have to pay for it. It's free. I made a short video though. I said this stuff is free, but it's not cheap. We have to give something of ourselves to allow this greatness to come out. Can't just, buy it or just will it into existence. No, we have to, it requires some purification on our part. But underpin all that with chill, do the best you can, progress, not perfection. This is important. Otherwise you get crazy. You're like, I can't do that. Yeah, nobody can do it. Nobody can do it. Not your mind can't do it. What happens is you surrender to that. You're like, God, I don't know how to do this. I don't have the power to do this. And then all of a sudden some power comes to help you do it. This is the paradox. All right, I'm gonna check and see. I don't know if the lighting's good on this video, but let me see. Have a good day. I do consults if you feel moved to. My email's on the banner. I'm going to do groups soon, though. All right, see you.